I think I know where you're going with that, talking about blocking the TTLs of 1 or 0. If you've got something at your firewall, or at that spot that's doing some type of proxy or doing NAT or something like that, and someone correct me if I'm wrong on this, you should be getting a fresh new set of TTLs and stuff like that are going in. And also, for the most part, I mean, the TTLs are set up pretty high to begin with. And if Mike Schiffman was around, he could probably talk to it more in detail. But because particularly I was thinking, the firewalk tool, which is that he wrote, is one of the reasons why you want to block that at that level. But no, it really hasn't. I really haven't run into any problems doing it. I've done it at several places and really haven't had any problems whatsoever. The only thing I ended up blocking was those types of probes. Another question? Yes. Okay, yeah. Basically, what was comment there was, as far as the despoofing thing, as far as the TTLs go, if you're coming in through one spot, and then your packets are going out through another link, which is actually fairly typical, or it may take another link because of load balancing or traffic type stuff. No, there's really not a lot you can do in that, and your TTLs are going to be off. Odds are, and so the thing is though, is you could put in a degree of a fudge factor in there. I mean, I sat and hammered, just from home, I sit and hammered the NMRC.org website with a script just to measure the TTL. And it would change by 1 or 2 on occasion. And that was just because it was taking a different route from where I was running the script, where it would take a slightly different route. But for the most part, it would be usually within 1 or 2. And I would imagine that for the most part, in those load balanced environments, you're usually not going to have much more than a discrepancy of 1 or 2 hops to begin with. So if you sent a TTL query there and it came back and the difference was something like 20, okay, then you probably most definitely had some type of spoofed packet. And yes, it is possible, and I put this in the README that comes with dspoof, that there's some ways that it's not 100% foolproof. Not by any means. Yeah, more comment about the, if you're using multiple, this is a pretty valid point, you're using multiple backbone providers. Let's say, some of your, when you start talking about the difference between, second tier and third tier, and what kind of redundancy that they have, yeah, you do have that. The thing that I've found so far, and this is extremely unscientific, is that sometimes you'll find that a particular router or a particular device will kind of get the hots for a single path. It may not last forever, but a lot of times what will happen is it'll take it, it depends on how fast your response is if you're triggering this thing from an IDS. It will have a tendency to get really excited about a certain path, and that path may only work for just a short amount of time, but usually that's, maybe we're talking the difference between seconds and milliseconds here, but that may be enough time right there to be able to make that determination. Any other questions? I see we're losing people rapidly here, so I want to thank you all for attending. Go ahead and go hit up the BindView people for whatever free stuff you can, and don't forget the free wares you can get from the Razor website. Lots of fun tools from the guys. Thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you later.